All right, next play is quarterback counter. Just very similar blocking scheme, but instead of our end kicking out their, our tackle kicking out their end, now we're trapping their end, okay? And so here's the scheme. You're going to see a lot of times the motion brings some movement, some spinning, okay? I always just tell people there's really two adjustments to motion. One is the second level bump into the motion, or the second thing is the spinning of the secondary, okay? Being a play caller, the best thing you can do is use motion to kind of determine what's your best pass play off of these kind of movements, okay? So now we're basically zoning this side of it. He still has a pin block, the center. Our guard now is trapping the end, and then our back is basically stepping up, following the guard, and reading the first puller, which in this case is the guard, all right? We want to kick out the end man on the line, but if we can't, we log them, and the back has to read as to what we get. Is it going to be a log block, or is it going to be a kick-out block, okay? If it's a kick-out, the back's up inside. If it's a log, then he'll be outside, and the quarterback's going to read that, all right? So the quarterback's doing the same thing, basically. He's leaning on the motion, okay? Keep the foot that's nearest the motion down, okay? So keep that foot down, and then just turn your hips and rotate it, and then push off the far foot, and then go up the hole, reading, again, the guard's block, and then the second puller is the running back. All right? So first play here, this is against a 3-4. You're going to see sometimes versus odd fronts and guys on the line of scrimmage that are, overhang guys, tight to the line of scrimmage. Our guard will kick, our tackle will kick out the hanger, and then our pulling guard will kick out the interior guy who's a B-gap player in this instance. So here's the motion. You can see our quarterback just leaning on it. Be patient, lean on it. Don't be too fast because you can't read the pullers if you're too fast, okay? You can see on this particular circumstance, our tackle kicks out the boundary alley guy, okay? Our tackle's going to kick out the boundary alley guy, and this is the guy we're going to trap. So it's kind of a different scheme versus an odd front, but in this particular circumstance, this is a 4-eye, and a lot of people are given this look, with a three down look to try to stop some of these systems. So you got to be able to tweak your system a little bit to make sure that you're able to block that particular front. You can see right now the whip's knocking over, which is, like I said, with this motion, you're going to get either second level movement or third level movement, okay? You can see our back here is going to eye that play side linebacker. Here comes the puller. There's our back. Potentially our back could be outside of that puller, but, there's the open space. Okay, I'm going to go to the other copy here quick so you can see mostly copies that are from the end zone, okay? So you can see here this is the guy we're trapping. Here comes the motion, all right? There's the trap. He's got good leverage to trap, again, to kick out. Our back is up inside. You can see our back's getting the linebacker, and there's the run. Okay, another look here. You see how much movement we get with the buck kind of playing into the boundary, whether he's going to be in the box or outside the box. All right, so here's our guard pulling, easy trap because the end's pretty loose. Here's our back up in the hole versus the buck. All right, and there's our quarterback. So here's the look, here's the motion. Lean on it, quarterback, be patient. You can see how he's leaning on it, all right? And you can see right now the buck's right in the hole. There's the good trap, and there's the buck right there, and our quarterback finds the open space. Same situation here. This is versus an odd front. This is like a bear front, okay? When you get a bear front, typically you're going to have zeros, threes, and loose guys. The open space is between the threes and the ends who are standing up. It's a good play to trap them. This team's a cover one team, so as we motion, they're running across, all right? And then eventually the post defender comes down to get our third guy in motion, and then the guy spins back to the post, all right? But you can see how much movement we got out of this. Anytime you got a cover one, cover zero team, all that motion really does a good job at opening space for us. Okay, so you'll see right now this guy's a B-gap guy. This guy's really loose, all right? There's the guy who's in cover one, and then they start spinning. It's really loose. See the open space there? So there's the trap, okay? There's our back who finds the Mike linebacker, and we score. Same deal here. I'll go to the other copy quick. Same defense, same everything. A lot of movement from their front. There's the trap. There's our back up in the hole, and our quarterback finds open space. All right, this is a 4th and short play. Here comes a motion, lean on it. All right, you can see here, these guys are hip to hip. All right, basically riding that out. There's the trap, and then here's our back on the linebacker, and then touchdown. Okay, same deal. You can run these plays with multiple quarterbacks. You're going to see that. We play a lot of different quarterbacks. In this case, this was a slot run in the play. He was a quarterback in high school, but if you want to just plug in a different guy to run the ball, plug him in. Don't be afraid to do it. So this guy, being a slot, just leans on it nice. There's the trap. There's the back leading on the play side linebacker. All right, you can see it from a different angle. Okay, now you need to manipulate like some of your best run plays and really be a tendency breaker. So one of our run plays is we run a toss read play to the field out of this formation, okay? So you can do the same thing now, fake the toss read, and instead of it being the guard in the back, now this is the guard and the H. So we're faking toss read to the field. Our quarterback just shuffles a second. All right, fakes that. Like I said, our tackle sometimes will block the boundary alley if there's a wide alley player or field alley. And now this is our guard pulling, kicking out their end, and then our H is now inserting for the play side linebacker. All right, so this is just a different way of doing it. In this circumstance now, we're motioning to the field, and our H is into the boundary, and now we're faking the same toss read play to the field, and now our right guard is pulling, and our H is leading, okay? So there's the fake. You can see our guard pulls, our H leads, and it's a good football play. Okay, better copy here. You can see right now the end is fighting our release hard, so once he fights that release, block him. If he wants to be part of the blocking scheme, block him. So now you're going to see, all right, our guard and our H now keep on climbing. We always talk about climb, never chase. So we do a nice job of getting the alley and the linebacker.